This is the upper wing of all our butterflies. From easy to difficult. We start embroidering the first one. Let's cut this out. Cut along this edge. Cut off both pieces. All our wings are in pairs. Start embroidering. Take 2 strands of ecru thread and thread it through the needle. The tail doesn't need to be knotted. Then we take out one of them. Start edge sealing. Before we do, we can cut off a piece of the waste material first. Because of the ink we printed on it. It's made with heat vanishing ink. If we keep holding it like this, our body temperature has a temperature on it all the time. We'll make the ink disappear. So before we sew the edge, we can cut a small piece of it to cover it. Then we hold it with our hands, and don't let our fingers touch it directly. This will make it much better. We can start the edge sealing now. We start stitching from any position closer to the middle of the wing. Then hold the thread so it doesn't go through. Then make another stitch next to it. Then make a short horizontal stitch like this. In this way, we can firmly fixed on this. If you pull it like this, it won't fall out. Cut the thread a little shorter, not close to the root. Now we can start the edge sealing. Do not touch the ink directly while edge sealing, to prevent it from disappearing. Take the needle out from here. Put this thread behind the needle. Let's start sewing. First stitch. Then next to it. And continue the same. The distance between each stitch, you can refer to it. Not too far, but don't get too close. About 1 millimeter apart. Try to be as even as possible. Then we tighten the thread every time. Don't let it be too loose. Use the same method to finish edge sealing. Try to keep it even. Finish edge sealing the entire loop. Be sure to take a scrap piece like this. Do not touch the ink. When we're about to finish the last stitch, we can end it. Wrap this thread to the back of the pattern. Thread the needle through at any spot. Don't pull it hard. If you pull it hard, it will easily deform the edge. Then pick it up and thread it out like this. Don't cut the thread directly against the root. Just cut it a little bit away from the root. In this way, there will be no knot on the back. Then the edge is wrapped around the circle. We do the same for the other piece. The appearance after that will be like this. Then we took out this water-soluble stabilizer that we provide for you. Don't cut it yet. Place the hoop right along the edge. There is a big piece of water-soluble stabilizer, and it will be used many times, so it won't cause too much waste. Put the fabric in the hoop and tighten it. Then pull it in all directions. At this time, our hands must not have water. If there is water, the water-soluble stabilizer will melt. After hooping, you can hear a drum sound when you tap it. Then tighten it completely. Then we cut it along the edge a little bit. Cut it off. Put away the leftover fabric, we'll need it later. You can trim the edge a little bit. Then check if the cloth is stretched evenly. We these two wings on our water-soluble cloth. Our fabric has a lot of space. We can actually start embroidering 2 sets of wings simultaneously. For example, we can place the number 2 wing using the same way, and put it on this to embroider. We need to fix this wing in position first before proceeding with the next step. Just use this thread. Thread it from the back to the front like this. Stitch a few short lines at any spot to secure it. All these threads will be hidden behind the pattern and not visible, so don't worry about it showing. Even the thread ends, they won't be visible in the final product. Just sew a few such positioning points. Fix it on a water-soluble fabric. No need to secure the entire edge, just make sure it doesn't fall off. Then we can start embroidering. Now I'm tying a knot on the back of this thread. It's using 2 strands of thread in color number 2. Let's embroider the pattern on the wing first. We use satin stitch. This stitch is along the direction of the pattern. Just align the threads neatly along the pattern. The direction of our cable is along the direction of the long side. All the lines are in this direction. It's okay if you go a little over the marked line. We'll stitch the off-white part later. We can press it a little bit. We're almost at the edge. We must start to pay attention. Our thread must not exceed the outer edge of the line we just sealed. We have sealed the edge now, but we can see carefully. There is a gap between this edge and this felt. We can embroider within this gap, but not beyond the outer edge. And here I am in the gap embroidering. This is the last stitch. Be sure not to exceed the outer edge line. The position is also between this felt fabric and the outer edge line. Don't go beyond the outer edge line. When embroidering to the edge, be extra careful. After completion, we tie a knot on the back. If the knot is on the edge, teach everyone a tip. Don't cut it directly after we finish the knot. Thread it a few times inside. Try to pass it through the middle on the back. Then cut it. So when we cut it off later, there will be no thread on the edge. Cut the thread close to the knot. Don't just drag it over to embroider, because they are completely different. Then we continue to use the same method to embroider the other side's spot part. Ecru to strands of thread. Remember to pull the needle out at the center of the pattern, closer to the middle part, and closer to the middle of the pattern. Embroider along the direction of the wing veins. When embroidering to the part where it crosses, we can start from the already embroidered brown thread. To insert the needle, create a natural color transition with interwoven threads. We can embroider the other one in the same way. After we seal the edge with 2 strands of wire ecru, fix it on our water-soluble cloth. Then use 2 strands of wire ecru. Use the stem stitch for the pre-drawn lines above. After tracing all these gold threads on this, we can now use satin stitch to fill in. When we embroider, we should stick to the edge of the bag to embroider. Never go beyond the edge of the bag. Try not to make the edge stitches too long. We use black to strand thread. Randomly embroider some small black spots on the wings. Just embroider them randomly. We embroider one spot, which is composed of 2 such line segments. After embroidering these for wings, we can cut it out. Cut it roughly like this. And then we can trim the edges. Be careful not to cut the thread. It's okay to leave a little bit of edge. It is water-soluble fabric, can melt the edges with water later. But make sure not to cut the thread, which is hard to repair. Just prepare a few drops of water. We dip our fingers in it until your fingers are just wet. Then do it like this. To melt the water-soluble fabric, use very little water. We have made a very clear and clean wing with this method. We will operate rest of the wings in the same way.